In this video, we will explore some of the basic concepts of SwiftUI. In SwiftUI, you want to think of everything as a view. This text is just a view, so is this text here. Each of these rectangles are views. And this button is a view. A view is just something that defines a piece of your UI. Views are updated with modifiers. Okay, so this text here has a modifier that defines its color and its font size, for example. So does this one. And these rectangles have modifiers that define their color. So in SwiftUI, there's views that are changed with modifiers. When modifiers change the visual style of something, you can kind of think of it like CSS. But modifiers are so much more than just CSS because they can add all sorts of properties to views, like tap events, for example, and many other things, as we will see. So in SwiftUI, you can embed your views inside of container views. And here's an example of a V-stack or a vertical stack. And it's just one type of a stack, but it's laying out all of these child views vertically. Another type of stack is a horizontal stack or H-stack, which lays out views horizontally. And there's also a Z-stack, which can lay out views on top of each other as well. In most declarative frameworks, code is organized in a hierarchy with objects that have a parent and child relationship. And so in this example, the V-stack is a parent view, and all of the other views are child views to that V-stack. And here is just an example of a visual representation of the hierarchy. Notice that the H-stack has its own child views, which are these rectangles, and this button also has a child view, which is this text right here. The button here in SwiftUI is a control, and most controls in SwiftUI are also containers, so they can contain these child views as well. So here's the code for our layout. You see this V-stack is declared here, which lays out all of these views vertically from top to bottom. And here's a text view right here for CS356, another text view with different modifiers defining the font and the padding around it, for example. And then we have this H-stack, which is a child view that contains more child views, these rectangles, for example. And then you have this text right here, and that has a background, which is this gray area here. And then the button has currently no action, but here's where actions would go. But it has a child view, which is this text view, that shows up right here. And here are the various modifiers that are modifying that button view. So this is just an example of the basics of SwiftUI with views and modifiers that are modifying those views. And in the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about the syntax of SwiftUI.